Hey, what you watching people's out there in the chat room already? You do know that? They're out there waiting for us. Can you imagine? Our friends like us that much that they're waiting in the chat room to hear what we have to say. Welcome, everybody. This is What You Watching. Tonight, we're watching Thor. That's right, Thor, Ragnarok. The third episode of the crapshoot. I don't know. Comedy? Is it a comedy? Superhero comedy? I don't know. We'll talk about that here in just a minute. Hey, you're here with Reno and The Rev. That's right. There's Reno. I'm The Rev. And you're here watching What You Watching. Look at that. He's staring at his phone. He ain't even paid attention to the show.
Oh, yeah. What was that? Huh?
There you go. Hey, everybody. This is, as we said,
that might sum up the movie.
What You're Watching, and we're watching Thor Ragnarok. Yeah. We also do the trailer trash talk. Isn't that what we usually do at the top of the show?
Yeah, and this episode for me, this is the highlight.
There we go. Primal rage. Is it a Bigfoot movie? I don't know. It's definitely a hairy bipedal creature in the woods movie. It's got too elongated of a face to kind of be a Bigfoot, more of a dog.
Yeah, this.
I don't want to call it dog, man.
I want to say this is more of a. They're taking some liberties with the Bigfoot legend.
Yeah, definitely, because it has hands and it uses a hatchet. But I dig this one. I do. I kind of want to see this one.
Yeah,
it looks like it.
Let's be fair. It's more creative than half of the other Bigfoot movies out there.
Exactly. That's exactly.
I would rather take something that tries to be creative with the Bigfoot legends and stories and stuff than go for 100% realism.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell it was a stagnant mask, and you could tell a lot of things about the effects of it, but it still looks like a compelling story that might just scare the absolute crap out of you. Speaking of scaring the absolute crap out of you, this next one, I don't know what to think about it.
I kill giants, Rev.
Yeah, well, does she? It's about this disconnected little girl who seems to think that she has to move from town to town because she's doing battle with giants that are coming to destroy everything you've ever thought was good in your life. A giant will destroy. And a teacher tries to connect with the little girl, and she starts hanging out with another little girl. And is it her imagination? Is she doing magical things? I know it's from the people behind Harry Potter.
No,
I don't know either, but I was intrigued enough to say I might actually watch this one when it comes out.
Yeah, this is coming off to me as very like Bridge to Terabithia meets Troll Hunter.
Yeah, very much. And the trolls look serious. I mean, this little girl, whatever she is,
they're not trolls. They're giants, Rev.
Okay. Whatever this little girl is doing battle with are serious things to her. These are not jokingly, gonna eat the hobbit and squish the sheep.
Nummy.
Squish them into jelly first. And then finally, the ritual. Yeah, 4 British dudes come to America to do this amazing hike and say goodbye to their buddy. And one of them, of course, the fat one, twists his ankle, and now they have to try and cut the hike.
Always the fat one.
It's always the fat guy. You just leave your fat ass at home on stuff like this, or leave it at the hotel. The guys will be back in a few days. But they decide to cut through the woods, and immediately it's just a bad idea.
It's always a bad idea when you cut through the woods. Just stay away from woods and horror movies.
There's a reason that the trail goes around this area and not through it. If the safest way was to go through it, then I'm sure the trails would have led you that way. But unfortunately, they did not. And these idiots go, hey, boys, remember, stay off the moors. Stay off the moors after dark.
God.
Well,
this is going to be a cool horror movie to watch.
I think so too. I think it's gonna. They start having nightmares. It starts coming true. I don't know what really is going to happen, but the fat guy, it's all his fault. Just remember that.
Exactly. I guess this must be our lucky week. We are 3 for 3 with good trailers and possibly interesting movies.
Yeah, it's hard to have trailer trash talk when you come up with good trailers. But hey,
Yeah, knock it off, Rev.
sun's got to shine on a dog's ass some days. All right, sir, it's time for that part of the question of the week, sir, where I ask you, Mr. Reno, what is it that you've been watching?
I've been watching porn.
Maybe
Not.
porn. Oh no, wait.
I've been watching Insidious, not porn. Totally not.
The tomato meter gives it 31% on the critics.
And the audience give it like 50%. And I give it's good towards the last half.
Good towards the last half.
Yeah, to be honest, I kind of wasn't paying attention to half the movie.
Is it a prequel?
It's a prequel from what I understand to the prior 3 movies.
And can you really have a great horror movie if it's PG-13?
I've heard great things from the prior Insidious movies. Unfortunately, I have not seen them.
I haven't watched.
This was kind of
you watched a prequel to something you don't even understand the plot line to. Yay, Reno!
Yeah. Hey, to be fair, I was going to this movie with someone, and I was just like, okay, horror movie. Let's go see a horror movie.
Gotcha.
So this was my jumping point, and I thought, hey, it's a prequel, so at least it won't like be after events that
you should know about.
Yeah, so it'll be before events. It won't do any harm, right?
I don't know. I guess it's 31%, 50%.
Boo.
Hey,
but at least I was watching something good after that.
Yeah, this was the Bigfoot episode, right?
Actually, no, there was no Bigfoot.
Ah, Jesus Christ. I almost watched this episode because they kept talking about Bigfoot, and I'm glad I didn't then, because I still have not watched
that Mulder. I had a feeling that they were going to do this, and I also had a feeling that they're airing these out of order. Because last week they played the same promo, from what I understand, at least on Hulu. Whereas for this, and then a completely different episode shows up in its place. And I was like, okay, what the fuck? I don't see any clips from the promo. And then that promo's for this week. Yeah. But anyways, all there was of Bigfoot is just like one brief mention at the beginning where Mulder's in a ghillie suit and he's like, I've been out squatching. And she's like, oh, you just like saying squatching, don't you? I was like, yeah, I kind of like saying squatching.
Oh, what a dick move. Seriously.
And, spoiler alert for those who haven't seen the episode.
There's no later Bigfoot. You don't have to watch it.
Right. There's no Bigfoot, obviously. But like, there's like a cartoony moment because the real plot of the episode is about the whole Mandela effect. And there's this crazy guy who thinks was one of the founding members of the X-Files, and he goes over how it is in his head. And like their last mission was where the truth. And it was basically a half-assed summation, like allegory to the Trump election.
Oh God! So they even went political to that end. The
aliens built a wall to keep us out from finding them, and I kind of heavy-handedness because this was obviously skewed for some lunatics. Perspective.
That's hysterical.
And he gives them a book of knowledge that answers everything. And Mulder's like, "What do we have left? They even there's the truth about Bigfoot." No, which is just funny seeing the guy who plays Mulder act all cartoony for a moment.
Oh, what a bunch of crock of crap. And then you've wrapped it all up in a fantastic movie.
And a completely underrated movie from that audience score.
Yeah, that sucks. You people are...
Yeah, we're going to gladly jerk off to Halloween 3 right now.
Yeah, we're going to sit in the corner and watch this one. We'll be in the closet watching Boggy Creek. Yeah, y'all can have the living room for now.
This is like one of the best Bigfoot movies out there. It's like one of the archetypal words.
Mm-hmm.
Words. Go see the movie, damn it.
When the creature reaches his hand in through the window to get at that girl, dude.
Oh,
That just was like that. Well, I was a little kid when I saw that the first time, and it just freaked me out to think that something would.
This is one case where like the roughness of the filming or whatever just enhances it all the more.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like it's all insinuated and innuendo, but in the end, it's just creepy, scary.
Right. Hey, Rev.
Hey, yeah,
you spoiled it for me already.
I know.
Now I don't even want to ask what you've been watching.
Well, you just did, so I'll tell you anyhow. Yeah, marriage
on the Orient Express.
Yeah, murder on the Orient Express. I'm gonna kind of agree with these guys on this one. Not the greatest film in history. Great sets, well filmed, actors and actresses were great. I just didn't keep my attention. I haven't even seen the last 30 minutes of it.
You see, I kind of picked up on that from the trailers. That was going to have a confusing tone when it was doing this period piece looking thing, but with this neon light.
Yeah,
it
just was very confusing, and his French accent is horrible. Just deplorable. So badly that you can't even understand.
I'm coming for you, Ricky Bobby.
I'm coming for you, Ricky Bobby. Yeah, it was almost that bad. It really was. Yeah, I think if anybody wants to watch Murder on the Orient Express, we'll set them up in the closet. There's 6 chairs in there. I think it's a 30-inch TV. You guys will be just fine. It's black and white. You'll get over it.
Yeah. I'm glad I passed up on this.
And so I decided, of course, hey, this just hit as well. Matt Damon in Downsizing. The idea comes across.
Excuse me. I think you believe Honey, I Shrunk Matt Damon.
Honey, I Shrunk Matt Damon. Yes, apparently it's not a shrink ray, but they have found a way to effectively shrink all matter to 2,178 times its original size. So basically a 3-meter man becomes 5 inches tall. And they take your accumulated wealth in the big world, and he had like $112,000, and that little sized was like $12.2 million to live on for the rest of his life. So him and his wife said, "Screw it, we're gonna go small," because what's happening is the world is coming to an end. The CO2 emissions tipping point is hit, and there's no coming back from it. The world is going to end. And I got to be honest with you, as the movie went on, I hoped it would get better. 24% audience score. Yeah, that's about fucking
before
right.
You move on, I got to get one thing out in good old memories of Wes.
Matt Damon. That's right. Yeah. The best parts of this movie were in the trailers. It looked like it was going to be a funny comedy type of thing, but no, not really. There wasn't much funny in this at all. It was a whole bunch of feeling bad for people, and then really feeling bad for people, and then feeling really, really bad for people, and then there wasn't even an ending. So stop giving people friggin' millions of dollars to make crap and help us make Weekend at Zeke's, because this sucked. Just outright. The critics shouldn't have even given it 50%. It outright sucked. Don't waste your time.
Exactly.
It's been a long time since I've said that about a movie, but really, don't even waste your time on this one. I mean, it doesn't even have an ending. It literally doesn't even have... It ends, but there's no ending. You're just like, and?
Well,
we're waiting. Right, exactly. That's how I felt at the end of that fucking movie. I was just like, oh, credits. Oh, Jesus, it's over. I feel good that it's over, but what happened? So I rewound it to make sure I didn't miss anything. No, I didn't miss a damn thing. It just ended. Okay, so we've been clear. Don't waste your fucking time on this one. Right. So I had to clean it up. I had to clean it up and feel good about myself. And yeah, Mad Max Fury Road is the way I did it, because Charlize Theron is like the actress of the millennia. She's she's been in everything good since the year 2000.
The year 2000.
In the year 2000. All right, Andy. What happened in the year 2000? Yeah, no, seriously. 97% fresh, baby, from the tomato meter. 85% right out of the audience score. We're taking over the living room with this bad boy. We're watching it on 60 inches of Dolby Atmos beauty.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, mother. Now, a lot of people had a hard time seeing this as a Mad Max movie. They were like, well, it really didn't have anything to do with Mad Max or the Australia. There wasn't any roads. I mean, it's just blah, 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 until you realize that Max was the hairy little kid from the Road Warrior. Once you put it into that perspective, then it becomes a Mad Max movie. He's just taken on the persona of Max after Max died. Mad Max is the hairy little kid with the friggin' metal boomerang from the Road Warrior. Have you ever seen the Road Warrior?
No.
I'm asking you there, Chief. Have you ever seen?
Said no. I just said no.
We didn't hear it. So you've never actually watched the Road Warrior series?
No.
Oh, well, yeah, you know, seriously, it's not that's not crap. It's not the Wraith. It's not not Maximum Overdrive. It's not The Mist. That might be a series that we need to kind of do, because it really have you ever seen Fury Road?
No.
Well,
if I haven't seen the first couple, why? Well, I guess.
Well, it doesn't really have anything to do with the others. I mean, it's an independent movie on itself. But yeah, I mean, dude, Tina Turner in Mad Max Thunderdome. 2 men enter, 1 man leave. I mean, you've never seen that?
Nope.
Wow. And you call yourself a movie buff. You suck.
I've never called myself
you
a
watch
movie buff.
horrible
I'm a movie
crap.
fan.
You watch horrible crap from anime, and you've never seen the Mad Max movies. That's just funny.
Hey, you shut the fuck up about my horrible crap from anime. I like what I like, and I do what I do.
Let's see who is hanging out here in the live chat room tonight with us. I'll bet you can't guess who the top 3 people in the chat room are.
Starshine, Dean Cooper, Rodney Dupree.
Rodney
Kurt
Dupree,
Harris.
Starshine, there, and nobody else. Christopher's probably out there watching. Hi, Christopher.
And we love all 3 of you. Does that mean this is the first time I've given the shout outs?
Leanne's out there, probably can't chat. So we say hi to all of our friends watching us here Saturday night. That's right. Now, on to the great goodness, Thor Ragnarok.
Right.
I got to admit, I didn't run right out to see this one. I didn't go see it in the theater.
Me either.
I didn't even go see this one in the drive-in. I'm not... I love the character of Thor. Don't get me wrong. In the cartoons back in the day, Thor was my boy. Okay. But the movies, not so much. I didn't like the first Thor with Natalie Portman. I didn't like the second Thor with Natalie Portman. And I didn't like the third Thor without Natalie Portman, to be honest with you. But let's go. What are your opening thoughts to Thor there, genius?
Well, I guess we should sum up the movie.
Well, I was going to do that right after you gave your opening thoughts to it.
Oh. Well, I'm definitely in the minority with this one, gladly jerking off to Halloween 3. I was not a big fan of this one, actually.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, Thor's sister comes back to take her place as the ruler of Asgard after Loki tricks the Allfather into no longer being king. It calls, what you call her, Rita.
I called her Rita Repulsa.
Rita Repulsa,
that's because right. She pretty much from the onset of when she came on screen, I was just like looking at her all decked out in green and whatever. I was just sitting there like, repulsive from the Power Rangers movie.
Well, as they're battling their way to keep her out of Asgard, they fly off of the Great Space Coaster, and Loki fakes his death, and Thor ends up on this weird gladiator planet that is ruled by Jeff Goldblum.
This was basically Marvel's way of saying, here, we're finally making your Planet Hulk movie, and it's just a part of the Thor movie. Will you shut up now? And no, we will not shut up because you half-assed it.
Yeah, I gotta say, I mean, the battle. God, I don't even want to get there quite yet.
Yeah, we can wait on that.
Yeah,
you know, wait for the pros and cons on that.
Right. You know, in the long and the short of it, Thor has to battle his way off of this planet to get back to Asgard to even fight his sister for control over Asgard to prevent Ragnarok, which is the destruction of Asgard, from happening. And yeah, that's pretty much what the movie was about. That's the summation of what the movie was really about, was to prevent her from bringing on Ragnarok, which is some giant friggin' flaming demon of old school.
Yeah, it was what's this, Surtur?
I don't remember what his name is.
Remember. If my roommate was joining on the show, he could fill us in on all the Norse mythology.
All right, so I guess this is where we move into the pros. What are your pros of the movie there, Chief?
Well, like all Marvel movies, it looks really good. The cinematography is gorgeous. They managed to always make the visual effects blend in seamlessly with the live action. I really enjoyed seeing Doctor Strange and Hulk.
Where was Doctor Strange?
It was in the beginning.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, I
remember that you don't.
Yeah, I kind of, I don't like Doctor Strange. I don't like the guy they have playing Doctor Strange. I've never been a Doctor Strange fan. I've never picked up
a Doctor Strange. Why do we always find ourselves at odds?
Yeah, I don't like much about Doctor Strange, so I guess I just flashed that out of my memory.
Right. Well, I always have fun. I had fun with the Doctor Strange movie, so I liked his cameo. Yeah,
for sure. I mean, you know, it's always like the Lantern in that was the Justice League where we saw the Lantern battle.
League. Well, he did more than the Lantern did. The Lantern just showed up and was like, "Hi guys, I'm dead." He just shows up. He's like, "Hi guys, okay, you want your father? Here you go. Here's your father. Bye. See you in Infinity War."
Pretty much. We're back to the pros of Ragnarok, though.
Yeah, what are your pros? Wow, this is a really divisive show.
No, I don't. It wasn't story.
The story.
The story was definitely not a pro of the movie. The casting was definitely not a pro of the movie. The girl that they had play the Valkyrie, she's been in like everything lately, and I don't even know why. She's not all that great an actress. Jeff Goldblum, his part was horrible. The direction that they had him doing was horrible. Oh wait, I'm supposed to be talking about pros.
Yeah, Ron, what are you doing? We're getting ahead of ourselves into the negatives.
It was pretty.
Yeah,
although I'm not a real big fan of all that green screen filming, you know, where they're in just giant warehouses of green screen and everything is CGI'd in, which there was a lot of that in Ragnarok. I mean, they're in a space city with friggin' space mobiles and shit. I guess they can't really not do that, but I'm just not that fan visually on screen. If I'm watching a live action movie, I kind of want to see real sets. Yeah, I don't want to see cartoon sets. I don't want to see Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It's not what I'm
Like,
watching. All right, go. Let's
I'll
get.
disagree. The only part I disagree with you is on Jeff Goldblum, but that's because I'm a big Jeff Goldblum fan.
Yeah, let's get into the cons of the movie. What were your
cons is definitely what we're getting to slowly. I don't know. I didn't like the comedy in this. Definitely, that kind of I felt bogged the film down. It just didn't. It felt like it was getting too. Yeah, it was too heavy-handed at sometimes.
I know him. Like he's a friend from work.
Right. It kind of made it so where I didn't feel any threats. Like I couldn't take anything seriously in this movie.
Everything Jeff Goldblum said was nearly a joke.
Yeah, it was good comedy at some points, but it just got to the point where it was like too repetitive that I was just like, okay.
Oh my God!
Why should I care?
The staff of Goo. He didn't do anything that deserves the staff of Goo.
Right. It's just, and like the only joke that I really like was like at the end when they decide, oh, they have to bring about Ragnarok to stop Hela. So they bring that big fiery guy from the beginning back, and Hulk just comes out. They're like, no, the Hulk don't. And he's like, but big monster.
Yeah, big monster. Hulk smash. Hulk smash.
Like, okay, that was good because that was a very in character moment.
I did like the fact that they gave the Hulk a little bit of. The Hulk is still human. There is still human in the Hulk, and they finally gave him a little bit of humanity. That.
That's a pro we forgot to mention. Yeah, they gave more time with the Hulk.
Yeah, the Hulk was he was happy to be winning. He was happy to be champion. These are things that Hulk likes. Not necessarily Banner. Banner no here. No more Banner. Only Hulk.
Yeah.
It's a shame that we couldn't have gotten a fucking Hulk movie.
Well, now that Disney owns it all, maybe we will. They now own.
What are you talking about? Hulk is technically the singular rights to the Hulk. Universal.
Oh, so Disney has to buy Universal next.
Yeah.
If they want to
in their global conquest,
right? In their global conquest for all the superheroes.
The next movie in Infinity War, it should be just freaking Mickey Mouse. They're fighting.
I was gonna say, in the end, it took Mickey Mouse to conquer all of the superheroes.
Exactly.
Final. Let's just do final thoughts on this one because really, it's you got to watch it if you're going to watch the rest of the movies, or you'll be missing a portion. So you might as well watch it, but don't expect to really enjoy it unless you are a super Thor fan. This is the movie for me in the movie line where Thor finally came alive. His father finally told him, when his bitch broke his hammer, "Are you the god of hammers? Or are you the god of thunder?" And finally Thor came into his own to where he summoned the thunder from the heavens into his body and beat the living snot out of people with his bare hands, as he should have been able to do.
Right. That's the cool part. I like that. I just wish that we got more serious moments,
more substance
for me to actually.
I just wish there would have been more substance in the movie.
I couldn't enjoy this movie.
When Loki watched,
I guess for me,
smashed around by the Hulk, he's like, "Now you know exactly how it feels."
That's the other moment that I think actually got me to chuckle a little.
But Goldblum,
pretty much any time with the Hulk when he's on screen.
Yeah, the Goldblum's character, I just saw douche. So I just see him without a shirt on from Jurassic Park breathing. That's all I see, man. It's so damn annoying. It's crazy.
Final thoughts? Yeah, like Reb said, you're gonna have to see it, or else you'd be lost when you go into Infinity War. But I feel like anybody who wanted to see it already have seen it. I just didn't care for it.
Yeah, seeing as how they killed off most of Thor's fighters at the very beginning of this movie, apparently he needed some new ones. So he got some at the end of this movie with the Valkyrie and Hulk.
The Revengers, yeah.
The Revengers. Oh, wait, maybe we shouldn't call ourselves that.
Fucking done on superhero movies.
But we have years more of the Marvel Universe scheduled ahead of us. Ant-Man 2.
Now, people.
Spider-Man 2. I learned to wipe my butt while having
I'm losing my mind, Rev.
I don't know, man. There is an after hangout if y'all want to hang out with us. I'll post the link. Thanks for being here. We'll be back next Saturday.
Why did you do this to me?
I don't know what we'll talk about, but we'll figure it out then. And with that, boogity 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 boo.